What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And today I've got a story time for y'all that I think you're going to enjoy about a subscriber that had a garbo job and the manager ended up making him quit. Regardless, before we get into it, press the like button or no joke, no scam. Your job's gonna suck this bad. And without further ado, let's go.
Nice rack and her ass Brazilian. Just turned 21, but my bank's a million.
Alright, so I think everybody knows I've had my fair share of crappy jobs, right? I've told my stories about them here on the channel, but this particular subscriber had actually just started their working journey. They had gotten a job at a fast food restaurant where, you know, they knew it wasn't going to be the greatest job ever, but a job is a job nonetheless. They just kind of wanted some money to buy, like, video game skins. So they were doing their thing at this fast food restaurant, and all in all, they didn't hate their job that much so far. The only thing that they really hated about it that would make it unbearable is one manager they would have on a certain shift. And this manager was just like, you know, the definition of letting too little power go to their head. At the end of the day, they were just a manager at a fast food place, but they would constantly belittle all the workers and be like, you guys are never going to be anywhere as successful as me, you know? And listen, I'm not belittling anybody. A job's a job, but you can't exactly be like telling these high school kids that they're morons that are never gonna amount to anything while you're also screaming at them to like flip a burger faster, you know? There's definitely some irony in there. If you're gonna be a manager of a place and like encourage your workers, no hate. But yeah, you can't be telling kids that they suck and aren't successful when they're working at the same place you are. Regardless, on this particular day, he was working with this manager and they had a guy come in that, you know, looked like a little bit of a, he was a really old man. He was an old man and he just kind of had this grumpy face to him that said like, leave me alone, don't talk to me. And he walks in. And he walks up to the counter and he's like, I need to use the bathroom. And in this particular store, they had a system where like not anyone could just walk in and go to the bathroom. You had to get a key. They had issues with people like going in the bathroom and, you know, passing out in there and stuff. And so he's like, I need to use the bathroom. And something is just off about this, but the subscriber obviously isn't going to like tell this guy that he's not allowed to use the bathroom, but he has to go ask his manager for the key. So he goes, he finds his manager. He goes, hey, someone needs to use the bathroom. Can I give him the key? And the manager goes, yeah, sure, here. And, you know, this is the manager that has issues with everybody, that can be a little bit too bossy, like I said, kind of insults them, talks down to them. So he's kind of surprised. He gives up the key with no issue, but he goes back, he gives them to the customer, and the customer says thank you, and then kind of like runs/waddles to the bathroom, which is weird, but whatever. And for the next 20 or so minutes, he kind of forgets that the guy's in the bathroom, right? And finally, he sees him come out, and he's like, oh my god, that guy was literally in there for like half an hour. What the heck? And he realizes that the guy is in completely different pants, like completely different pants, which is a little weird, but once again, who is he to judge? And he walks over and he hands him the keys and he goes, thank you so much. You have no idea how much of a lifesaver you are. And he's like, all right, kind of weird, but okay. And then he sees another customer open the door to the bathroom and then close the door and walk over and say, you guys need to close that now. And immediately a pit forms in his stomach, dude. And he's like, oh no. And at that point, he walks over to the manager and he goes, I guess that guy made a mess of the bathroom. And the manager, like, gets mad at him for some reason. He's like, wow, way to pick and choose who to give the key to, you moron. And he's like, okay, well, it was an elderly man. And so the manager and him go over to the bathroom, but the manager is already being a jerk, right? Calling him a moron, blaming him. What is he supposed to do, dude? It was like an old man. And they open the door and he realizes why the customer said that they needed to close it, dude. Now, I've cleaned my fair of very disgusting things when I would work, bro. This description goes up there, so if you don't like descriptions of gross stuff, maybe click off. But it goes a little bit like this. Basically, the description was, if this guy could have turned himself into a poop sprinkler and ran over every surface in the room, he would have. In the middle of the floor, right in the middle of the bathroom when you walk in, was the pants he was wearing, the sweatpants, and they are brown, but they're inside out. Like, they weren't brown, but they're brown now, right? In the middle of it. And it almost looked like they had, you know, had a situation in their pants and then taken off the pants and just started swinging them in a circle above their head to, I don't know, maybe clean it off. I don't know what you're trying to do, but whatever they had just gotten it all over. And then it looks like they had gotten it all over and been like, oh no, and tried to, you know, get it off the walls because there's just handprints all over the place. And both of them immediately step out of the bathroom and are like, oh my God, that was disgusting. Like, what in the world was that guy doing? Like, he literally just tried to make the entire bathroom as gross as possible. And for one brief second, they're kind of united in their disgust, right? They're kind of like, yeah, this is disgusting. We definitely should not, like, hate each other for this. But then the manager starts to do his thing, and he's like, well, this is kind of your fault because you're the guy that gave him the key. And he's like, dude, obviously I didn't expect him to do this. Have you ever seen this happen before? And he's like, no. And so the manager's like, well, I think you should clean it. Since you're the reason that he even was in here in the first place, I just think it's up to you to clean it. And the subscriber is kind of flabbergasted to hear that, right? Like, he's not sure he's hearing correctly. He's like, you expect me to clean that, And he's like, yeah, honestly, I think you should, to learn a lesson about who you should give the bathroom key to. And the subscriber is like, bro, it's not my fault, and you need to, like, call a company to clean that up. That's a biohazard. I'm not cleaning that. And the manager's like, you're going to clean it. Alright guys, I'm going to interrupt the video for just 1 second. If you look at your screen, you'll see a gift card code. I give one away in every video, so subscribe and turn on notifications and press the like button. Otherwise, no joke, no scam, your mom's a hoe. And on that note, I'll shut up and get back to it. Thanks. And he tells his manager again, no. He's like, listen, my job description said I was going to be working in a restaurant setting, working with customers. I'm fine with that. I never agreed to be picking up things that are that disgusting, like wiping it up. And the manager's like, you know what? Just because you're giving me attitude about it, you don't get a mask now. And he's like, yeah, I'm not cleaning it. Like, I'm just not going to do it. And the manager is trying to use all the power necessary. They start to be like, well, if you don't do it, then just know that your career opportunities here are going to be severely limited. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna do it. And the manager at that point kind of snaps at him a bit and is like, you're going to do what I tell you to do. And at that point, the subscriber has this moment in his head, right? Where he's like, all right, this guy is literally trying to make me not wear a mask and go clean up the most disgusting thing you can probably ask somebody to clean up with absolutely no protection. And when I'm telling him no, he's now getting up in my face and screaming at me and threatening to never promote me. I just don't want to do this. So he did what I think everybody probably wants to do at least like 50 times in their life. And he looked at him and he was like, you really want me to clean that bathroom? And he's like, yes, I do. And I don't want you to use the word no to me ever again, which is kind of horrifying, bro. Like, you're just a manager. I mean, it's not that deep, bro. I understand you got to get people to do what you got to do, but you probably should call people to clean that. That literally might be a biohazard, And he's like, well, guess what? You can't tell me what to do anymore. And he's like, why not? I'm the manager of this establishment. And he's like, because I quit. And the look on the guy's face changed. He's like, you're going to quit? You're quitting? And he's like, yeah, I quit. I'm not cleaning that, and I don't want to work for somebody that would like force me to do that with no protective equipment, not even listen to the idea of bringing in professionals. Like, I'm not gonna put my life on the line for this job, not that it would kill him, but you never know what you could get, what sickness from that stuff. And so he's like, I'm just not gonna do it. And the manager was like, wow, really? You're gonna quit without a 2 weeks notice? Do you have any idea how immature it is? And he just was not gonna handle that, bro. He's like, I have any idea how immature it is to threaten to take away a mask before you're gonna force someone to clean up human poop because you're mad at them for telling you no? Do you know how immature that is? Because listen, man, I'm a teenager. I'm allowed to be immature, bro, but like, you're the one freaking out trying to make me literally clean stuff without a mask because I made you mad. I'm sorry if I bugged you or upset you in any way, dude, but that's not really on me. I quit. And he just starts walking out. And the manager at that point kind of starts to spiral a bit. I don't know if anyone had ever quit on the spot on him, because then he like asked the guy as he's walking out, well, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to get it cleaned? And he's like, that's not my problem. I don't work here. Which is really the way you gotta look at it, man, dude. Like, if he just quit, you really can't clean it now. He doesn't work there anymore. And I think it would be really crazy if you made a customer go in the bathroom and start cleaning that up. I don't know what's against your corporate policies, but I'm gonna assume that that's definitely against it. So regardless, he walks out and a bunch of his coworkers are just kind of watching him mouths open at that point. And the manager walks out after him and is like, seriously, are you gonna do this? Like, this is how you're gonna quit? This is really how you want your legacy at this company to be? And one more time, he turns around, he's like, yes, I do. I'm not gonna clean up that stuff for you, bro. Maybe if you had all the protective equipment and everything, it'd be one thing, but you're using it as a punishment, blackmailing me, and now you're trying to like make me feel bad for not wanting to do it. So yeah, I really do not want to work for this company anymore, but best of luck to you guys. And he's like, dude, please, we have shortages, da 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 da. And he's like, yeah, that's just not my problem. and got in his car and went home, man, which honestly has to be one of the most G moves of all time. I don't encourage quitting like with absolutely no show, like no warning. If your boss has been cool to you and worked with you, been accommodating to your schedule, not overworked you, then the right way to do things 100%. Give a 2-week warning, let them know so they can like get a replacement, you can train them, everything like that. But if somebody's gonna be trying to force you to go into a bathroom and clean up like some dude's entire sweatpant full of feces because he's mad at you, then like, yeah, that's a job that's probably not worth waiting the whole 2 weeks on. That's just my 2 cents though. I'm sure a lot of people are like, well, I still would have done my 2 weeks regardless because that's the responsible thing to do. It's like, yeah, okay, man. Well, in that case, that's why you would be cleaning up poop in the bathroom at the fast food place. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I'd really appreciate you taking a second to press the like button. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought. And of course, subscribe if you're new and turn on those notifications. If you really want to help me out, I'll put a link to the intro song down below along with the link to my podcast, The Scuffed Cast. And of course, you could use code SCRUBBY at the G Fuel checkout to get a discount on G Fuel. It really helps me out. I would appreciate it. And yeah, on that note, 2 more things I got to plug real quick. I've got a Spotify with a bunch of my story times on it. If you want to listen offline without gameplay, whatever you prefer, I'll put a link in the description. And on top of that, we've got the Karen Christmas sweater, which may be the coolest Christmas merch to ever exist, and that'll be yours by visiting the link in the top of the description, so be sure to do that. I would very much appreciate it. And yeah, on that note, guys, that'll do it. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.